Today we're at the Crescent Grove Cemetery here in Tigard, Oregon to find Roderick George Toombs, who's probably best known as the bagpipe playing, kilt wearing bad guy of professional wrestling, Rowdy Roddy Piper. Let's go see if we can find him.
To so many, it's how he was known.
A few minutes. Let me tell you something.
An icon with that signature kilt in the ring.
It's a wild-eyed Scotsman.
Rowdy Roddy Piper, a name that will go down in wrestling history. Outside those sold-out arenas, he was Roderick George Toombs.
It's definitely a beautiful cemetery here at Crescent Grove in Tigard, Oregon. Now today we're here looking for Roderick George Toombs, who's also known as Rowdy Roddy Piper, who was born in Saskatoon, Canada on April 17th, 1954. He was the son of a police officer who worked for the railroad, and the family would often move, forcing Rodney to fight the hostile locals. He would learn the bagpipes at the young age of 6 and would leave home in his early teens to live on the streets. While living in a hostel, it was actually a priest who told Roddy he could earn up to $25 competing in a professional wrestling match. And thanks to his bagpipes gimmick, he was announced Roddy the Piper. Later on, he would earn the nicknames Rowdy and Hot Rod due to his Scottish short temper. He would go on to headline many wrestling pay-per-view events, and over the course of his career, he would accumulate 34 championships. And in 2005, Piper was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. And here's his grave, right here. Roderick George Toombs, also known as the great Rowdy Roddy Piper. We actually share the same birthday. He was born on April 17th, back in 1954, in Saskatoon, Canada, and died of cardiac arrest on July 31st, 2015, in his Hollywood, California home. His epitaph reads, "Love you more than all the stars in the sky." Now, just to name a few of some of his legendary matches that come to mind, is he was the first wrestler to invent a dog collar match. He actually fought Greg the Hammer Valentine, and they were both attached at the neck by a chain for a dog collar match. He was also in the main event of the very first WrestleMania. It was him and Mr. Wonderful versus Hulk Hogan and Mr. T.
Mr. T says he wants to pay back a wrestler named Roddy Piper for damage inflicted on himself and singer Cyndi Lauper several weeks back during a shouting match in the ring. Mr. T has hooked up with 309-pound World Wrestling champ Hulk Hogan for a bout against Piper and his partner Paul Mr. Wonderful Orndorff.
Now, if you just come all the way to the back of the cemetery and find this mausoleum back here, it's the perfect place for Roddy Piper. Now, I don't think there's been anyone before or after Rowdy Piper that played the heel or the villain better in professional wrestling. With antics like hosing down talk show host Morton Downey Jr. with a fire extinguisher, and the time that he kicked Cyndi Lauper across the ring, oh man, that really made the audience mad. But unfortunately, Piper was so good at convincing the audience that his character was a jerk that it actually led to multiple attempts on his life outside of the ring. He had to start wearing a leather jacket that was lined with Kevlar after he was stabbed several times by wild fans. Now, not only was Roddy Piper a great professional wrestler, but his gift for smack talk and catchphrases gave him his own wrestling talk show called Piper's Pit. And later on in life, he would go on to become an actor in one of my favorite movies, They Live. I actually got Rowdy Piper right there on my shirt. Now, like I do with all the famous graves that I go to, I want to leave a few mementos for Roderick Toombs, aka the great Rowdy Roddy Piper. I figured for his grave, I would leave this incredible Roddy Piper figure. It's got the kilt, it's got the shirt, and we'll put that right there. Oh, but I'm not done yet. I also want to leave him this John Nada figure from one of my favorite movies, They Live. I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. And we'll put that right here next to Wrestling Piper. Rest in peace, Roderick Toombs, also known as Rowdy Roddy Piper. Well, that's gonna do it from the Crescent Grove Cemetery here in Tigard, Oregon. I just want to thank Rowdy Piper for the great 80s childhood memories and for the movie They Live, which I still love to this day. Rest in peace, Rowdy Piper. Well, that's gonna do it. I just want to say, until we meet again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.